All right, here's Nico. I have a lot to say, and I don't know if I'm going to fit it all in or if I'm going to ramble or what. But Nico came to me. He was showing signs of what they thought was aggression. He was barking, lunging, growling at people. He would go nuts when he saw dogs. Keep in mind when you watch when I'm playing with him here. This is session number 3. Session 1, he completely ignored this toy, this tug. He had no clue. Owner said that he's 11 months old now, and when he was younger, he tried to play with him like this, and he bit his arms and stuff like that. So he just quit, and he tried to play fetch with him, and he would go after the ball and then just take off. He wouldn't bring it back and stuff. And you're going to see later on here that I throw this toy, and he brings it back to me because he understands this game. He has an objective. He knows how to win. He has fun, and he wants to engage me. So he brings it back. I didn't actively teach him how to play fetch. He's bringing it back to me because it's part of the game. So session 3, and you see he's fighting me here. He knows how to win. He's going for victory laps. And this dog is changing rapidly. But he was trained before they had trainers. They were trying to counter condition him around people and dogs with food, and doing it all incorrectly and reinforcing really bad stuff. He was also trained. He had a prong, ecollar stuff. I don't know how he was trained with those things, but they're great tools, and just wasn't effective the way they did it with him. This dog he had a real lack of confidence. The way he was acting was very insecure, and he was starting to lash out. And he learned quickly that when he acted like that, he backed people down, and it grew. And that's where he was starting to go. So from session 1 to 3 here, you could see he's really into this game. Confidence is really starting to grow. You're going to see some people pass by here and stuff, and that was stuff that used to make him go nuts. I've walked him by several dogs now. He's been completely fine already. He's only been here a week, and I haven't actively worked on that stuff yet. I've just, like I said, I got him comfortable with me. I got him to the point where we could start to play this game. We started to play this game a couple days ago. That's it. Session number 3 here, and he gets it. These victory laps, he's really coming alive. Very, very cool dog, and I want to make a real distinction here now between exercising a dog and playing a game with an objective where you and the dog become a team. Ivan stuff. And I had this dog, and for most of the first week, because we hadn't gotten to this point where we could play this game yet, I was taking him out on a bike twice a day for long bike rides, because he was supposedly bred by a guy that breeds police dogs, and he does have drive, energy. He's spastic. He's all wound up and stuff. But taking him out on a bike ride and exercising a dog, you hear this stuff that a tired dog is a good dog. Exercise and what I'm doing with the dog here are two very different things. And the results you're going to get are vastly different. I was taking him out, like I said, on long bike rides. Didn't help anything. He would come back. This dog whined like crazy. This dog would whine constantly and cry. Walk around the house and whine and cry. Bike rides didn't do squat. Because it was just exercise. He was riding a bike for the purpose of what? To drain him, to do this. He didn't have an objective, and that's just not. It's not the same with this game. He has an objective. He knows how to win. He knows how to grow in confidence. He knows how to play with me. Genetic expression. It's just so different than taking a dog and making a dog run, exercise versus a game like this with a clear objective. Um, you know, and that's a huge thing here. And this really reminds me of I was just at Ivan's place training Zico, and I brought, I bring a whole bunch of dogs up there with me, and I brought Oreo. And if you guys know, Oreo came to me, really human aggressive dog, crazy dog, attack everybody, tried to attack me and everything. And he's come a long way. And I was going to do a session with Scott Osborne, who is a great trainer who works with Ivan. And we were just about to start, and Scott said to me, "What's the objective?" And we were going to do some bite work, but he said, "What's the objective?" And we talked, and we came up with a clear objective for a session. And it wasn't that Oreo was just going to go bite things. He was not just going to go exercise and bite and go nuts. We came up with a clear objective for him session, and it was awesome. And you could see Oreo growing. You could see him growing himself, growing with me, and it's just way different when you play a sport and there's an objective and you're trying to win than if you just do the things in that sport as an activity. Ivan gave an example of, you can dribble a basketball around, but that's not basketball. That's not the game, and they're very different things. So what I'm doing with the dog here, there's a clear objective, and I'm not going to get into how I got him from session 1 here, and I'm not going to get into specifics here because this is Ivan's work, and you should go watch the possession games on trainpreview.com. Not my site. I don't get a dime. I just refer everybody there because it's brilliant stuff. And it's not the same as when you train a dog with food. And it's not just food. It's the way things are done. Because people train dogs with toys, and it's not the possession game as Ivan teaches it. Using a toy just as a positive reinforcement reward is not the possession games. So you can use a toy as you would use food, and it's not this. It's not what I'm doing here. It doesn't have the same effect on a dog. It's not a game with a clear objective. Just because you make a dog do things or ask a dog to do things, and his reward is the bite of a toy or playing with a toy, that is not the possession games. Ivan makes clear distinctions between these things, and little hinges open and close really big doors. And when you understand the things that Ivan does, the results can be exponential. And now I'm not saying I'm an expert at all of these things and Ivan's stuff. I've spent a lot of time up there with him over the last few years. And every time I go up there, I'm just reminded of how much I don't know. So people that have just seen a video of his a couple times or been to or seen him once and are out trying to teach his stuff, man, you're missing a lot, man, because there's so much here, and you should learn it from him. You shouldn't learn it from people who saw him once. You shouldn't learn it from me. You should watch the possession games, and you should get on this, see when this guy seminars and stuff, and man, he's a genius. And go spend some time if you really want to learn how to train dogs in a revolutionary way. I help dogs with this stuff. I never could have helped without it.